So this is our little lion. We're gonna have him out in, like he's having a safari out there by the watering hole. So we are gonna start just with the big shapes. We wanna start with just the face and the body. We aren't gonna do, the facial features yet, but we're just gonna start with the bigger shapes. So let's start with his head. The top of his head is going to be just like an upside down, kind of like upside down U. That'll be the first part. And then we want our lion to have some nice big cheeks. So I'm going to make his cheeks come out a little bit. And then we're going to give him a nice, kind of like his smiley face. Make him be smiley. And then we definitely did get some ear shapes in here because I think our lion's going to have a really big mane. So I'm just going to get ears in here. And these also look like an upside down U. There's a lot of upside down U. See, like if you look, looks like like a U. So we'll try that. All right, so we've got his head. And then we're going to draw some legs. So we're going to start kind of up by his head. And this is where his chest is. So his chest will come down. And then we're going to draw some really long legs. So we're going to put one line here. And I'm going to add another one there. And we're going to make like a little bend. So this is maybe where you could see the front of his chest right here. We're going to make the other leg come down there. So now we've got two legs. And we're going to have our lion looking like he's sitting on his side. So we're going to make this will be kind of his back. And then this part will be where he's sitting. So this is his back. And then we're going to make this look like his leg, like he's sitting. Okay, so let's give him some feet. And we're going to give him some big paws. So his paws, we're going to make like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 little toes that you can see in the front. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little toes all in the front. And then we're going to also give him kind of the back foot. We're going to do paw toes 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just kind of end him like that. He's got his paws. And I think we should probably give him a really long tail this way. So kind of lion's almost like a giant cat, right? Like a giant house cat. So we're going to give him a long tail. With some fluffing fur at the end. So we're going to also, lions have their big mane. They're known for their big mane, right? So I'm going to start kind of at the top of the head and come up and kind of come down. And then same thing over here. I'm going to come up and then kind of come down. And then they have, he's got fur all down his front of his face, underneath his chin. Okay, so we've just done only the big parts, right? We haven't put his face in. We haven't added, little toenails or anything like that, whiskers or anything. Okay, so now we're going to draw all those cute details that you would see on a lion. So I'm going to start with the nose because that will help us know where we're going to put our eyes. So I am going to start with the nose. And it reminds me of an upside down triangle, but it's kind of rounded. You know, it's like a soft little nose. And then sometimes you see on a line, it'll have like little lines kind of like where the top of the nose is. And then that means I'm going to put its eyes right here. So I want my lion to have some big eyes. You know, and obviously this is like a cartoon lion. This isn't so much like a real looking lion. We're just making a cute cartoon lion. So I'm going to give him ovals for eyes. And I also want to give him an oval on the inside. And I'm going to color that in. And same on the other side. An oval on the side, and I'm going to color it in. We've got his cute little eyes. And then we did his mouth. And I am going to give my little lion just some cute little lion teeth. And I also want my lion to have, I'm going to give him these little dots, but I'm going to give him whiskers because they do have whiskers. They just look like a house cat, actually. All right, so in his tail, we drew the outside shape of his tail, but we want to make it have detail. So I'm going to give it a couple lines in here to make it look, that's its fur hair in its tail. And I'm also going to do the same thing in the mane. I'm going to add a few lines just to make it look like we have given. We've got a little bit of hair going on here. We already did the outside. If you want, sometimes you'll see in little cartoons, they'll also draw the inside of the ear. We're going to draw the inside of the ear. And then if we go all the way down to his toes, we're going to draw little tiny, see they look like little triangles. We're going to draw his little toenails because lions, I bet, have really big claws because they have to catch their food. So they need to have really big claws. I'm going to go through and give him all little tiny triangles, all on his paws. I can't forget the back. Kind of like he's waiting, hanging out, waiting. I also think I want to shade in his nose. So I'm going to take my pencil and just shade in his nose. Let's see, we got his fur down here. And then I kind of wanted to put him in the scenery. And I know sometimes when they have out in Kenya, they'll have big watering holes where all the animals will come so they can drink water. And so I thought we could add a little arc right here, almost like he's standing on the edge of, you know, like a teeny little lake or like a little watering hole. And then I'm going to give him some nice tall grass because I feel like they also have like some grass. Not the kind we have. It's more like dry grass. I'm going to add that on both sides. It's nice and thin. And you can make it different heights. See how I'm not making it all one height? We're doing different heights. You could even add, sometimes I feel like I see with water, you see these little pussy willows, and we're probably in the wrong climate, but I'm just going to add a couple. And then if there is water below him, we're going to kind of make little ripples, water lined. just to kind of show that maybe, you know, this is something that's moving. A lot of times water has movement. And as a cartoon drawing, you can always make, you know, draw little water lines or water ripples to look like you've got water below. And the last thing, and I feel like I see this all over in pictures of Africa or Kenya, or animals will always have like a little bird on them. And I feel like the little birds, maybe they're like little friends. So I'm going to add a little teeny tiny bird up on top. So I'm going to draw a little circle. And then a little oval for his body. And a little triangle beak. And a little eye. So super simple, little tiny bird. Let's give him some little toes. 3 little toes. It's like his little bird friend. Sometimes you see them flying around. I see them on hippos' backs and rhinos' backs and elephants sometimes. I thought maybe this little lion would like to have a little friend on top of him. So this is our little lion, our safari lion that you would see if you were out in Kenya or out in the Nairobi. I think they have a Nairobi National Park that you would go out and you would see all kinds of wildlife out there.